steps on what we want him to do without anything on his head, without any halters or bits or lunge lines or ropes or anything else. So if I was sacking him out, now would be a good time. You know, I could start sacking him out, whether it was the blanket, saddle, my hands. We could start teaching him how to pick up his feet by standing there. If I want that foot, or if I want this foot, good boy. And what Marco has learned over the years is just to hand his foot to me, you know. And he just needs to stay standing there. This is also a great exercise for teaching horses how to ground tie. Good boy, Marco. And your hind foot, that's good. Good boy. So, since Marco was hard to catch, we started teaching him how to do this. And one day, I went out to catch him, and he turned away from me. And it took me about 20 minutes to catch him. So I said, okay, I'm taking you to the next step now. So what I did, keep going. Come on. Got more energy than that. So what I did, I started teaching him how to come to me when called. So I'd send him to the left, and then since he already knew how to face me by kissing to him, I went, hey, not that way, Marco. Get going. I'd always do is kiss to him, and he started coming up to me. So after, that's good right there. That's good, you're fine. There you go. So, so that's what I taught him. So now when I went out to catch him in the pasture, you know, I always do sit at the gate and kiss him when he comes up to me. And then I wanted to take it a step closer, or a step further than that. So what I did is I sent him off. Come on, go. Not with me, go. Come on, wrong way. Back through it. So always pick your direction, what you want your horse to do. Don't ever just let your horse do what they want to do. Like I said, you're the teacher, he's the student. So the next thing I had Marco do is I wanted him to come up to me, but I wanted him to line up on my right side. So we kissed him. Come on. And what Marco finally learned how to do was go up, go around me, and line up on my right-hand side. Now he's ready for the halter. Now he's ready for the blanket. Now he's ready for the saddle. So we'll send him. So we did that a number of times. I just keep sending them back out. So when I set Marco back out after coming to me, then we're actually teaching him how to lead. Go ahead. Hurry up. All right. Come back. See, he already knows. Come on, Marco. And line up on. Get over there. On my right-hand side. After that, then we started going through an advanced leading lesson. Again, you know, if he's going to be a stallion, he's going to have to act like a gelding, you know, at home and in public. On an advanced leading lesson, what I ended up doing was I drew an imaginary line right here, right where my boots are, and he was never to cross that line, whether he had a halter on him, whether he had a bridle on him, or nothing on him. And we started this in the round pen, and if I go, one more. If I go forward, he goes forward. If I stop, he stops. If I go back, he goes back with me. Yeah, and forward, and stop, and back. That's a good boy. So we started doing that with him. But we actually started doing it way before that because we were doing the inside and outside turns in the round pen. So your inside turn is right here. And your outside turn is right here. When we did this in the beginning, when I was telling you, you know, left, right, turn inside, turn outside, this is what we're actually teaching them. I just didn't want to do this close to them in the beginning because I don't want to get stepped on, and I don't want to get kicked, you know. So we just did it 30 feet away from them. With newer horses, I'll have them stay here, like Marco, stay there. There you go. Okay. So with new horses, I'll start from this distance with them, teach them how to face me. Right there, you're fine. Back up. Back. Back up. Good boy. And then I'll just keep getting myself closer to the horse, to where eventually I'm going to be right here, turning into the horse, just like this. Good boy. Then you can start making your turns bigger, walking into them. Good. And you come back this way. Good boy. Then after that, shortly afterwards, come on Marco, I'd walk forward, then I'd make a quarter of a turn, and Marco was to go around me and line up. Then we'd walk this way, and I'd stop, and I'd turn, and he was to go around me and line up. That's a good boy. Then we started adding everything in together. I'd back up, he backs up. If I go into him, he gives way. If I turn around, he turns around. If I say, go ahead and leave, he leaves. If I say, Marco, come back, come here. He comes back to me. Good boy. And even though Marco and I have been together for nine and a half years now, it didn't take 9.5 years to teach this. This took probably, since I was working in full time, probably took a couple months to get through this. And most horses don't need to go through all of this. They go through the basic ground pinning and some of the advanced leading lessons. All right, so